While you walking, everybody watching you closely. Hitting them high notes, nothing about you low-key. Just let it register, body is unreal.
Hello, my name is Talib Kweli, and I'm an American gentleman. You know, the proverb is it takes a village to raise a child. So ultimately, you know, it's the responsibility of the whole populace to raise a child. You know, we all stand to do better all together. You know, it's like, you know, investing in our future or investing in people who, whether it's children or even people who are destitute or people who don't have, on a selfish level helps all of us out in the long run. But the reality is society only raises people to a certain degree. You know, you really are a reflection of what happens in your household. So I think the reality on the ground level is that whatever happens in your home is really what lays the foundation. I don't know, you know, a gentleman is something that, you know, it's a destination, you know, it's something that you strive to be. Now, Everything Man was something that was inspired by the music, you know, and I think that is what's important to note about, you know, just how you carry yourself. It's got to be something that's organic. You know, I wrote that song based on the sample that I heard, and you know, from Madeline made the beat. So you know, I try to live like that. I try to look at things for what they are, and try to live in an organic way. You know, I don't know if there's somebody would have to tell me what conversation they're having or what their particular consensus for a gentleman would be, you know, for me to say that, you know, I mean, and I don't, you know, I think problems in society that we're dealing with that affect things from greed to apathy, things like that, are not so much a product of whether or not people act like a gentleman or not. I think that's more a byproduct of those things. Well, I mean, you know, society is fluid, you know, and the paradigm shifts and bends and changes. People act accordingly. People act differently depending on the amount of information they have, you know. You know, the way we relate to each other, the way we talk to each other, especially with gender roles, you know, those things change over time, you know, and you know, some things are good, some things are bad, but I don't know if that's you know, I don't know if that's necessarily the fight that would be my fight. You know, I think that's you know, I think that's something that more it comes natural from you already putting yourself in that mind state. You know, if you're a compassionate person, if you're a person who puts others first, if you're a person who respects women, if you're a man who respects women, if you're a woman who respects men, you know, those actions that you're talking about come naturally. It's not something that you have to think about. It's like brushing your teeth or taking care of your kids, you know, it's like a natural thing. I do see artists at a younger age going for a more grown-up look and style. From you know, somebody like a Frank Ocean, or you know, like a Neo, or like and I guess R&B dudes always kind of did the hard bottoms more than hip hop dudes anyway. But I mean, you know, yeah, I think you have somebody like a Drake or a Kanye when they can go back and forth from like real extra hip hop style to, you know, GQ style. You know, it's like, I think that's a good thing. You know, I think when we can go back and forth. Hip hop always mixed the high fashion with street fashion, you know. And so it's good that we do it on a bigger level now, instead of like what we do now is like Dapper Dan suits, where it's like we did fake Gucci and Louis Vuitton suits, but we're doing it for real now. It's like we really are now wearing Louis and Gucci with Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's a very hip hop thing. You know, at this point, you know, I have things I'm comfortable in, and I have things that I wear. I have, you know, I have, you know, I have different looks for different situations, you know. But I mean, like around the house, I have something I'm very comfortable in, and then I kind of put on a uniform when it's time to perform. You know, it's more, as I get older, style and fashion becomes something I think less about, and becomes more about function. I find myself wearing the same things over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Like, just really keeping it more simple. You know, just to, you know, be turned up. That's the next evolution. I mean, you know, to each his own. I think that style is a personal thing, and style is something that comes from the mind. I think the people who are, you know, when you look at fashion designers who design the most wildest looks, they don't dress like that. They don't carry their stuff like that. They're more reserved and stuff like that. And I think there's something to be said about that.
He going green like Al Gore with him. I make algorithms, the guy Malcolm in him. God's favorite, I'm sick as the doctor's patients. We live in a cold world, my job is to rock nations. My occupation, elation, the celebration, the rebels. Raise the levels of the decibels, the flagrant.